Hi everyone, welcome to Related Dental Sciences. I'm so happy to be able to teach you this course. It's information that I really am wild about. It's so fun, it's so interesting. So I hope you like it as much as I do. I'm going to try to keep it, fun and, that you learn something that you can take with you and retain. I hope you're doing well. I know it's still pandemic time and college is closed first 2 weeks, but I hope you're able to see the bright spots and some joy, I hope, and it's awesome that you're on this educational journey. I sound so thirsty. You know what the word for that is if you have severe dry mouth? It's called xerostomia. I like that word. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you I'm totally approachable and available. So if you are confused about something, if you need extra help, reach out. There's no room for pride when you're on a mission to be successful. You can't be prideful, okay? There's some things that you're going to get quickly, more comprehensively than somebody else. And then there's some things that other people aren't going to get as quick as you. Our brains are different. So it doesn't mean that, you're not up to par or you're slower. It doesn't mean that, okay? We all have our strengths. We all learn differently. So remember that. Be kind to yourself, I think as long as you are open to learning and you want to learn, that's all that matters, really, You can do this just to get it done, or you can do this to build a strong foundation wherever you go from here. It's people are doing wild things. There's a lot of cool opportunities inside and outside of the app. So I never looked at anything why do I need to know that? I never did. And it's really paid off for me. So I hope you develop that same attitude. I love to say, the more I learn, the less I know. And it's true. Because the more that you learn, the more you realize, I know very little. So I'm working on it always. Sorry for the bad lighting and all of that. But I wanted to get this in here because it's time to start this class, which I cannot believe. I've been at the school. We've gotten a ton of good stuff. So you're going to be excited. And the clinic looks beautiful. Just beautiful. You guys are going into a brand new space. And that's, all brand new digital x-rays. And we're so blessed. So I just, on the week to week on the syllabus, I only put in the first 2 weeks because I need to see how you guys are grasping the landmarks, okay? So we're going to go over oral anatomy because I know it's like a foreign language, right? It's like you don't hear of these terms, so you're used to hearing, teeth and gums, and you're not used to hearing attached gingiva, mucobuccal fold. I don't know that they do a lot of TikToks or Instagrams on that. Maybe we need to. So, anyhow, no further ado. So I only put the first 2 weeks in there, and we'll see how you do. And if everybody seems to be doing well, then I'll go ahead and fill in the rest. But basically, we really want this to be strong because if you do decide to go on to other things, whether it be dental hygiene and whatever, this will serve you well. You'll be able to speak intelligently, professionally on these topics, and that's what it means to be a professional, instead of, saying that thing, it's round, if I said, that ulceration has irregular margins, edematous tissue, you'd be like, she knows what she's talking about, okay? So that's where we're going to go. So I have a list of the objectives for you to look at, and it's not bad. I mean, this is a kind of a light course. There's just a lot of key terms, basically, you know? So I'm not going to try to bury you with workbook assignments and, well, assignments in general, or reading. If you look at your book, your text, Modern Dental Assisting, there's not a lot of pages on this. But I'll be grabbing from outside resources. We'll watch some videos. And I'm really hoping that get you into the clinic for a rotation if you're available, because I believe there's a class that's doing oral cancer screenings now. And so it'd be kind of cool that you could see how they document that on the computer. We have EagleSoft on our computers in the clinic, and we use FolioTech for our grading system. It's really nice the way they've set it up, where we actually have images of the oral cavity, of the dorsal ventral surfaces of the tongue, where the students can actually mark where they see something. So we can track it, we can refer it, whatever we do. It depends. It depends on what we see, what kind of action we take. But the process is really fantastic. And we also have a Velscope in the clinic. And I won't tell you what that is. You have to find out. So, do your reading, look over the key terms, make your cards. And, you could do it digital and then just print out. If you wanted them on your phone, you could do it as notes or whatever, and then you could have someone quiz you once in a while. If any of you are working in a dental office, I challenge you to start trying to use some of these terms. If you're taking a note for doctor or for the dental hygienist, throw these in there, because the more you say them, the more you use them, they'll become natural. There was a time where there were a couple of terms that it just didn't come up. They were very rare instances. And oh my goodness, then when it comes along, you're like, what is that word? But, for the most part, I surprisingly remember, like, all of them. I don't know how. So work on that. Work on the terminology. The terminology is crucial, okay? And I just want you to do a post, like, just kind of like, let's get to know each other. So I'm going to keep that light too. And I think that's about it. So I will record the first lesson. This is just a hello. So tomorrow, your asynchronous lesson will be live. And that means that you can look at it whenever you want. There's not a certain day or time. You look at it at your convenience. And if you have any questions or concerns, you can email me. If there's something on there that you don't understand, you need further clarification, just let me know. No problem, okay? So there'll be some fun things in there, some exercises that'll help you, okay, retain. The brain is really wild. And so for you to actually get to the point of being able to put together what you learn and then apply it, think critically, there's certain steps we have to take on Bloom's taxonomy. So there's different ways you're going to get this information, and there's different ways that I'm going to ask you to share it with me back, so it will help you develop that, Right now, and this is very relevant, and I hope you really think about this. I'm passionate about being as factual as we can. There's so much unknown in our world. There is. But there's a point where you have to say, This is the best that we know at this time, and this is what we're going to go with. Right now, people want to read 5 seconds of an article, and they think they understand it, and they grasp it, and they're getting it wrong all the time, all the time. When it comes to guidance from federal agencies and state agencies, it can be a little bit confusing. For some reason, I don't know why, but I'm very good at deciphering that stuff. I don't know why. I have an eye for it. But I've noticed some people don't. And so remember that. Like, you're not going to be able to read a page in the book in this chapter 10 and be able to have an in-depth conversation with me. It's not how it works. But through the assignments, through the discussions, through my presentations, all of that, okay, helps shape you into be able to having a conversation and to think critically on these subjects. So, it just takes a little time in putting it all together. And that's what we want to do. All right. So, everything in terms of the grading, academic policies, all of that is in the syllabus. Also information if you need any help from campus. We have counseling. Last semester, I had a student that was not doing good. And it wasn't about, very bright, but wasn't about the grades. And I picked up on it. Another faculty member picked up on it. And so we recommended counseling, and doing great. It's not always the case for sure, I know that, but it feels good to take that initiative and see positive results from it. Like, that student is doing really good. These times are tough, so don't wait. Don't wait. And do yourself a favor. Don't procrastinate. Because if you play the presentation before you even read anything, it's going to hurt your comprehension. You won't get as much out of it. You won't. That's the thing. You hurt yourself. And, do your assignments on time, because it all works together. It does, so try to be honest. Be honest. You have an exam at the end of this that you want to pass, and cheating isn't going to get you there. It's just not. And if you think, well, I'll cram, then, they word these questions very tricky. They don't want you just cramming and then forgetting as soon as you take the test. They want you to be able to apply those things in the office. So they word it intentionally, to trip up crammers. I'm just telling you the truth, all right? Okay, so I'm excited to get to know you guys, and I look forward to learning together with you, okay? Till next time, bye.